So I think it's finally time to make a tier list for 5-star gems. And we will start with the Blessing of the Worthy. And I think this is around A to B tier. It's not that great. It does damage around the HP you have left. It's not anymore, or it never was about your maximum HP. So yeah, it's not that great. It does give you some defensive layers when it procs. But other than that, it's not the best gem. There's better gems for damage output and there's better gems for defensives. Now, Bottled Hope, it's pretty good gem. It's pretty good gem for every class. When you buff yourself, you will get extra buffs from this. You get movement speed and you get damage. This is one of the better gems. I will say it's around A to S tier. For now, I will put it on A tier. I might change it on later, but I think it's A tier. It could be argued to be S tier too. It's really good gem, but we'll leave it to A tier for now. Now, BSG, the absolute best gem. Maybe not the best gem anymore, but this is one of the better gems. And this is definitely S tier. There's no even arguing. It's just S tier. It has 10% movement speed, and that 10% movement speed alone will make it S tier. It's one of the best gems. And you also get passive damage increase, and that damage increase will decrease when you lose HP, and it's on the maximum amount when you have full HP. But again, it only decreases by 50% when you lose HP. So it is still really great, and the movement speed alone makes this just S tier gem. Now next up we have Chip of the Stoned. This was really good gem on the start, but we have better gems now. But I will still say it's around A tier. It's not like Bottled Hope is better than the Chip. I don't think Chip can be argued to be S tier, maybe with some classes. But you need total loss of control to actually make it work. And because knockbacks and knockups are really great, and those are not proccing the chip, it's not that valuable anymore, and there's other stuff that gets you more damage. It does give you damage increase when you stun enemies or fear enemies or freeze enemies, but it's only for the duration of the freeze or stun or fear. So it's not that great, but it's still good gem. It's pretty cheap too, so there's that too. But again, it's not the best gem, but it's not the worst gem either. Now we have Consecrated Will on the next one. Now this is kinda interesting gem, because we have classes where this gem is just absolutely useless, and we have classes that with this gem is really great. Like if we think about Monk, this gem is really crude, because you need to dash every 6 seconds to take full potential of the gem. So I will again say this is A tier, maybe even B tier, but actually we will put it on P tier. But if you are a monk, I will say it's A or S tier. But we will put it on P tier because it's not that great on other classes. Only the classes that will use a lot of dashes and the builds that will use a lot of dashes will work with this gem. So I'm gonna leave it on B tier. But do note, if you do play with the monk, I will easily put this even in front of the chip and maybe even S tier. With monk, I'd argue it is as good as Bottled Hope with the monk. So there's that. But overall, I will put it on B tier. Now Zwenson. This is only PvE gem, and we usually pick the gems for PvP. There are some people who like to pick gems for PvE, but this is a PvE gem and it only triggers when you kill enemies, so this is almost useless in PvP. So I will put this around here, C or D tier. It's probably the worst gem or worst 5-star gem in the game. So for now I'm just gonna leave it in C tier and we're gonna just skip it. Then we have a Frozen Heart. Now, Frozen Heart is probably the best defensive gem in the game. And I will put it over here. In front of the chip, it's better than chip, definitely. I'm not sure if it's better than Bottled Hope, but it's one of the best defensive gems. It will slow enemies around you, and it will give you shield when you get hit, and when you get attacked with the shield, it will also slow enemies. So you will get some potential out of this, because if you have anything that is like, if you need to have a loss of control effect, this will give you it if you have the shield and attack enemies. They will be slowed, their attack speed will be slowed, so that will trigger that. Plus, because it gives attack speed slow in 1 versus 1s, if you trigger this, you get a shield, and then you also slow their attack speed, so they do everything slower. So this is just the best defensive gem in the game right now. I wish I had this myself, but no luck. I can't make it happen. But I definitely recommend this for every class. It's really good gem. Now, Echoing Shade. This is again an interesting gem, because with Demon Hunters, this gem is really cruel. Like, I've seen a video where Demon Hunter hits with 7,000 damage critical hits with the Echoing Shadow. And with like Monk, it's 7,000. Normal hits, critical 14,000. I don't know if there's something broken or if there's a bug or something that double dip multipliers. But with Demon Hunter, this game is nuts. But again, on the other classes, this is not that great. So again, I will put this on a B tier. With a Demon Hunter, it's probably on A tier, but not the best gem, but it goes over there. Now we have Gloom Cask. And this is the only gem, at least only 5-star gem that will trigger Withus. So when this triggers, you will get Withus buff, which is crazy. It's absolutely insane. Although now that we have 4 weapons, so 4 essences, it's a bit easier to trigger Withus, but still, you have 1 free Withus trigger, and then you do extra damage with every normal attack or primary attack you use, and it's also increased by Withus. So if you have Withus, this lasts for about 8 seconds, and you have the 20 seconds cooldown. This is absolutely an S tier gem. This is probably one of the best gems right now. I will still put BSJ in front of the Gloom Cask. This could go over here, but we'll just leave it like that. But Gloom Cask, one of the best gems inside the game for every class. It's just insane gem. Now, Hellfire, it just, when you do damage, it triggers 3 fire things that seeks enemies. Doesn't do a lot of damage. I will say it's C tier. If you want a cheap gem that you will buy with plat and upgrade with plat, it's okay-ish for that purpose. It's definitely better than Zwenson, so I'm just gonna drop Zwenson to D tier. But it's still one of the worst gems in my opinion. It will do some damage, so yeah, it works, but it's not the best one. Now we have the Howler's Call. This is again like, it used to be pretty good, but now we have other gems that just takes its spot. This is not that great anymore. I will put it just B tier. Every 20 seconds when you hit enemies, you have a chance to summon a wolf that does damage and has a chance to stun enemies. We already have a gem that will knock back enemies and it does more damage. So this is just outclassed. So that's why it's going to be on B tier. It's not that great anymore. Okay, I don't know why 2-star Motors Lament is here, but it's a good thing it is here because it's definitely an S tier gem. It's one of the best gems inside the World game. Gives you critical hit chance for 6 seconds. Same time as Gloom Cask. If you have rank 10, it's 32% critical hit chance, which is insane. It's insane in PvE. It's insane in PvP. There are 7k monks, 7k whales who will use this gem because this is so good. So this is definitely an S tier gem. Okay, now we have Phoenix Ashes. Personally, I don't really like this. I scrapped this. I had one of these. I scrapped it because the bad part with this is that you need to wait 3 minutes. Every time it procs, you need to wait 3 minutes. The good part is that if you go to 0 HP, this will proc and you will get a huge shield that protects you. But if you play like Peaches or PvE, it's kind of bad there. Like in Peaches, you can get like maybe 2 triggers out of this, which is not that great. I mean, if you usually die 1 to 2 times, it's good, but then again, we have other gems that has better uptime and just does more for the duration of the wall BG. Now, if we talk about Volts, this is an absolutely insane gem there, because the fights last around, let's say, a minute, maybe 2, maybe even 3 minutes if you just run around and do stuff there. But this triggers every time in the vault if you like go to 0. Of course, it doesn't trigger if you don't die, but this can be used every time you go on the vault. So this is one of the better gems inside the vaults, but otherwise I would rank this to B. But inside vaults, it would go A to S there. It's really good in vaults, but everywhere else, I don't think this gem is really that great. So I'll put it on B tier. Now, Seeping Bile. This is either A or S tier. This will give you poison on hit. You have a chance to poison enemies. And if the enemies die, it will jump on the next target. And the poison targets will also take more damage. The poison damage is pretty nice. But there are so much better gems now. But this still, the damage, I'm still getting kills. Like in Peaches, I'm still getting kills with it. I do some damage, I leave, and I get a kill. So the damage is still pretty great. It is either the best A tier gem or the worst S tier gem right now. So I'm not sure where to put. Personally, I will put it right in between, but we'll just put it on the worst S tier right now. Yeah, Starfire. This is, in my opinion, one of the most broken gems inside the game right now. Now, if you go in PvP, you fight with Demon Hunter. The Demon Hunter hit you once, then you CC him, but he triggered that Starfire, and you CC him, he's gonna CC you with the Starfire, and it also can do about 50%. 25 to 50% of your HP is gone if this triggers. It's just gone. And you will get CC'd, which is insane. Like, you outplay someone, but he hit you once while you outplayed him. And now you CC him, but you will get CC'd because Starfire triggers. This is definitely an S tier. This might be even the best gem inside the whole game, but we'll just leave it here. But the knockback is 100% chance. Like, this is just better version from the Howler skull. Like, it's debuff. It's not even an area of effect. It's just debuff. It will rain over you. You can touch this. You can touch Howlers, and Howlers has a chance to not stun. While this gem, it just knocks you. There's nothing you can do. You can have a Shield of Zen or Necromancer's Bone Armor with a shoulder piece that gives you immunity to knockups and knockbacks. But other than that, this is just insane gem. I once got one hit from Demon Hunter. I think he was 4 to 5k resonance. And I dropped to 70. I lost 70% of my HP from the one hit and Starfire. It's just, this gem right now is just absolutely insane. I will almost say it's the best gem inside the game right now. Now, if you have a different opinion, let me know in the comment section. If you totally disagree, let me know in the comment section. I would really like to get some discussion going on from the tier list. This is my first tier list for the gems, and I hope this is pretty much accurate. This is my opinion, so remember that, and I will catch you on the next one.